If you're watching the VOD right now, I'm just setting up some links, so you might want to fast forward a little bit. Mm-hmm. Alright, so I don't actually have a current live viewer counter or anything, so I'm just going to pretend that I have people watching and then just kind of keep talking, and that is on full volume. Don't use your phone and drive, kids. Anyway, and yes, I do have damage disabled, but that's just because the damage is unrealistic in this game anyway, so no reason to handicap myself when I'm just, going places. Just to show off a little bit, this is in fact the forget forget how I unlocked an A86 in this game, but it sure took a while. I've tuned this one, not all the way, just to the top A class because I want this to be useful. And the issue is, if you try to max tune this car, it's going to be like the bottom end of S1, so 100% useless. But doing a little bit of a light tune on this, nice A class. This is a fun car. It is not a competitive car, as I will be demonstrating with this. Let's not go immediately into the Goliath. Let's do a little bit of warming up. And by a little bit of warming up, I mean we're going to be going to the Colossus first. It's worth mentioning that if you remember the days of old when I used to be a Horizon 3 and Horizon 4 streamer, you would know that I have a particular fondness for the Rivals mode in this game, and that is where we will be heading towards right now. I will be doing an A-class Rivals run of the Colossus in an A86. Should be a nice, fun, albeit probably slow run. I totally just overshot it. There we go. Rivals is in fact the time trial series in this game. Currently... Hold on. Yeah, as you can see, I have a clean lap time of 17 minutes and 9 seconds in a Porsche 930, also known as the 911 Turbo 2. I'm just going to go to global real quick. Not to brag or anything, but hold on. As you see here, 2,856 place doesn't sound particularly high, but that is out of 744,919 attempts in total globally, so I will take it. We will not be getting close to that time because I can say this with absolute certainty. My 911 in this game is significantly faster than this Toyota. Although I will say this Toyota is more fun to drive in most circumstances. You'll see. As this is the Choice Tofu delivery car. Oh, I just totally... How am I outrunning a 944? Anyway. The handling of this car is kind of interesting, because it's really easy to handle. I'm not going to say it's impossible to crash this car, but, like, it's difficult to crash this car. But you do have to drive this a little bit differently than one might drive, say, a 911 Turbo. In that, well, as I just demonstrated, its grip turning circle is a whole lot of not awesome. As such, the recommended way to handle corners in this car is the meme way, drifting. It's almost like this car is most notable for its ability to drift, and it's like the devs of this game really just wanted to hone in on the fact that this car really can only drift, and that's it. If you're looking for a fun car to drive IRL, and you're thinking, oh, this looks like kind of a neat little hatchback thing, it really should be cheap. It's not, thanks to Initial D. It is, at the end of the day, just a rear-wheel drive Corolla from the 1980s, but Initial D has made it to where everyone's like, oh, the A86, that's like a race car. Sort of. It's raced a couple of times RL, but, you know, don't... It's not a fast car, it's a fun car. So if you're buying it just to, you know, mess around with, sure, but, like, this ain't your, oh, I bet I can do a highway pull in this. This thing cannot highway pull for its life without, you know, swapping the engine entirely. As I said, this is going to be a very slow run through the Colossus. But fun. It's a very fun car to drive. Also been playing Dirt Rally 2.0 a lot recently. I hope playing this again isn't going to ruin my handling in that game. Much more difficult than any Forza Horizon game. But it's the only simulator, I will say. Dirt Rally and Dirt Rally 2 are the only simulators I actually enjoy playing. Although, I mean, I guess, I do love BeamNG, but I have a hard time kind of putting that in, like, the same category as this and Dirt Rally and all that. It's a sandbox simulator. I don't really consider it like a racing game, it's a physics game. But I've always had a fondness for, I don't know, kind of slow cars that you can modify. I'm not a supercar person. I've been into cars for a very long time, but I've never been a fan of supercars. I've always just been a fan of, like, you know, oh, this is a Civic hatchback from 1998, 3-door. Oh, I want one. Although my dream project, you can call me basic, I don't care. My dream project is to take a first generation Miata, basically strip it bare, and then slap in a Honda L15B7. If you're not versed in Honda nomenclature, that's understandable, only weird people like me are, but the L15B7 is a 1.5 liter twin cam, designed exclusively to be turbocharged. Every car it's fitted with from the factory is a turbocharged car, such as, you know, say the new Civic Si, for example. Funnily enough, Honda undertunes their engines from the factory. They've done this for a long time. I think it's kind of the key of their just well-known reliability. But because of that, that means that if you're a little keen on your tools, you can actually get a lot of power out of a Honda engine. Like, the whole stereotype of Hondas being slow comes from the fact that Hondas are slow from the factory. Put in perspective, this engine I'm talking about in the Civic I own only makes 180 brake horsepower. It's not a lot. The same engine is also fitted to the SI, which makes, I think, a flat 200. Might be wondering how they got the extra... Well, this run's ruined. I'm already warmed up anyway. But you might be wondering where that extra 20 horse comes from. I will tell you. Software. Mechanically speaking, I mean, there's a couple of tiny differences between the SI and the Sport models, but not a lot. It is mostly an ECU thing, where it allows the engine to reach 200 horsepower at the cost of you do have to put higher grade gasoline in it. 87, not kosher with pushing that engine anymore. But I mean, to put it in perspective, the Sport models with 180 brake horsepower, that runs on 87 gas, but it makes 16.5 psi boost. That is terrifyingly high for 87, but it works. Let's see here. Just to give a little bit of a tour of my garage. Actually, that's a car I don't have. Huh. I need to check the auto show. It's occurring to me that I had a car in Horizon 4 that I don't seem to have, and it's not in here anymore. They removed the Legacy R. That is insulting. I loved me a Legacy R. Also, the fact that you have to do a DLC to get the S209 is also insulting to me. I just give me my Subarus. Please. So, anyway, the car I am going to be switching to, for the time being, a little bit, because I kind of want to show it off just a tiny bit, is this one. Yes, it's a B-Class again. I'm not one of them supercar boys. This, while not exact, is a... I'm gonna get out of this music before I get DMCA'd. Although you can't really see it in the darkness. But this is the closest representation I've been able to put together of my actual car. Find this Land Rover and get under a street light here. It's still not great light for a dark colored car. See, this is a 2008 Super Impreza WRX STI hatchback. What I drive IRL is a 2014 Super Impreza WRX hatchback, not an STI unfortunately. Of course, I tuned this one up to be somewhat useful in the game, but I have it in the right body color, and once I can get to a little bit of light, there's a detail I would like to show you guys. is a bit of an identifying feature of my actual car. Her name is Kuro-chan, by the way. The stadium looks like it's well lit. I am not used to driving in third person, by the way. This is a wild experience for me. I pretty much do everything in first person. Okay. Should be enough light in here. Or not. Okay. Why is it nighttime when I need it to be day? I think there's some light over here. Okay. This is just enough light to notice if you look very closely at the front bumper. You will see that the whole car is dark gray, except the bumper is black. I can't do a matte black in this game, unfortunately, but that is a reference to the fact that in the real Kuro-chan, I had a bit of an oopsie involving a dirt road, and I had to replace the front bumper. And they quoted me an absurd number for paint, and I decided dark black is not a bad color. Plus, I mean, it's the front bumper. Who cares if that gets, you know, slightly damaged or something? I mean, super cheap cars back in the 2000s often came with unpainted black plastic bumpers. Like, it's not unheard of. So, anyway, now that I've done a bit of the show off of this car, we are going to... No, it's actually going to be faster if I just teleport home and then drive. I'm going to do a gauntlet run in this. Don't mind as I sip a little bit of coffee. I believe the gauntlet is if I go straight ahead on this road, turn right. I don't feel like setting the directions. Also, if there is someone out there watching, feel free to say something in the chat. That would make things, make things a little more interesting for my part of this. If you say something about, oh, you shouldn't be reading your phone while you're driving, that is a true fact. This is not the direction of the gauntlet, is it? Yes, it is. I know what I'm doing. I have been itching to get back into a racing game in recent times, especially since the next writing commentary is being made right now, and might have a little something to do with racing. I forgot how long it takes to do the gauntlet B class. Trying to think, the last time I did this. I remember the last time I did this. Oh, man. Okay. A little bit of context. This Spike guy right here. We had a rivalry going. And we're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the last, like, time I set was this one. And then we agreed to do the Colossus on A class because we were tired of torturing each other in this classification. Now I'm thinking about it. I think this is currently set up for... think this is a street setup. Who cares? It's a Subaru. It'll do dirt. It's fine. Who needs tires anyway? Oh, okay. Well, I might actually need tires in this. But I don't feel like equipping them. Hold on one moment. I cannot drive in third person. I always want to, but... Yeah, so... Actually, hold on. Instead of going all the way over there to re-equip tires, and then put the tires on this car, and then... I'm just going to drive it with the Hawkeye built specifically for this course. I was gonna do the whole, like, well, I'm driving it with my real car. Let's just do the Hawkeye. There you are. A little bit of context to this car. It is quoted as saying it's a 2005 Impreza WRX STI. I don't buy that. I could absolutely be wrong, but the Hawkeye generation of Impreza, I'm pretty sure, started in 2006. So get on my level, Forza. But yeah, I kind of built this car specifically for this course and at this difficulty. As I had said before, I had that little bit of rivalry with that friend of mine, and this was the end-all be-all car of that rivalry. See, the issue was, and the only reason why I went for so long, is I strayed away from the actual wisdom I had learned in my real-life ownership of WRX, which is, if you're having a problem, just throw a WRX at the problem. It's just naturally solid. It just automatically has things you want in a performance vehicle, more so than most like muscle cars, for example. Now, granted, the downside is that these are not the fastest cars on tarmac. A lot of people buy, WRX and WRX STIs and like, oh, it's not that fast on asphalt. Well, yeah, unfortunately, you are absolutely correct. But for any just kind of daily, oh, you're just gonna be driving around a little bit, these are good, especially for dirt and mud and snow. I will say having a WRX is quite useful if you live in a snowy area. Back when I lived in Minnesota, I will say that my WRX was a weapon. A little girl could get me anywhere, when most people couldn't get anywhere at all. Ain't no snowbank tall enough. I do really want a Hawkeye in real life, but they are a little bit pricey. not as much as a lot of the other cars in this game, but a WRX STI is still a WRX STI. It's been so long since I've done this course. It's also funny because I never actually liked this course. The fact that I got into a rivalry over this course was just absurd to me because, you know, I was like 3 days into this rivalry, developing cars specifically for this course, going, I don't even like driving it. Why am I here? That's why the moment I was finally on top and had like saying power, I was like, how about we do literally anything else as our rivalry? Because if I have to do the gauntlet with an even faster B-class car, I'm going to lose my mind. That was actually a fun drift to do. Okay, I will say, this is my main complaint about the gauntlet in Horizon 5, alright? Like, this is the perfect demonstration for it. This is a dirt class race, and yet the entire first half is interrupted with these long asphalt sections. This is my point. This was the point I was about to make. It's interrupted with these long asphalt sections that you have to use off-road tires for, like this entire race. But then it makes you drive for miles on asphalt where you don't get any grip with these tires. I'm doing the Goliath. We are doing the Goliath. I'm going to do an asphalt race with a car that is fitted with asphalt tires. As per usual, the fastest way to get there is to go home first. Nothing like the shortcut being home, you know? I still want it to be an interesting car, though. Like, I don't want to do a... Just thinking. Just thinking. Huh. Actually, this might be a bit of a... Where are you? Alright. It's nostalgia time. It was one of these that was my main Horizon 4 S2 Goliath car. 11,000 RPM, straight up the Takumi number. Man, I forget. I always... Here's the thing, I drive the slow cars in this game so much that when I do actually get into a proper car in this game, it like blows me away. Alright. We doing the Goliath in the F40C. Take a swig of coffee real quick. Oh man. Okay. To go from driving A, B, and C's to S2 is just... Oh man. I'm not even driving as fast as I could be. Ah, it's such an adjustment. Oh, what? Okay. Alright, my graphics card blinked out there for a moment. Somehow it didn't crash. I said I somehow didn't crash my car. Oh, GTX 1080 is sweating now, boys. Ooh, forgot about this corner, forgot about this corner, forgot about this corner. Oh, I am off my rhythm. Hold on. Alright, come on, let's get back on rhythm, let's get back on rhythm. We can do this, we can do this. Oh. Not my best lap. Okay, alright, I'm getting closer to being on rhythm a little bit, tiny bit. I'm not completely useless behind the wheel of these anymore. Come on. There we go. There we go. Oh, man. There was a period of time, especially with Horizon 3, that would just spend hours and hours and hours just circling the Goliath. But yeah, in Horizon 4, this was the car for me. Gives me just so much nostalgia. Drive it again in another game. It's kind of weird because I'm always busy, and so I never get to play games as much as I would want to, you know. And so like Horizon 5 still feels just brand new to me. And yet like I know that they're already talking about a Horizon 6. I'm just like, oh, why is time moving on without me? I'm not ready yet. Come on, there we go. Here's a bit of a hill climb section. This is a funny section in like lower power cars and like classes because like you could be just trailing behind someone for ages and we reach this section and then like the entire running order changes. Flip in here. Come on, stay on the road. There we go. Alright. Up in here. Woo. Went in a little bit hot on that one. Come on, 40C. Come on. Oh, I'm catching up to the dude. Yeah, going from cars at the top speeds like 130. It is it's pretty quick. I feel like I'm in warp speed when I'm going at this speed. Ooh, I cut that a little close. I am so catching up to the dude. Come on, almost up to him. Alright. Alright, we gaming now. I believe that was a Huayra? I don't know. I don't know my supercars. I only know my hatchbacks. I believe it's right at the end of this tunnel. I slightly brake a little bit. Full lock left. Max out. Lock right. Pop here. Pop here. Pop here. I see a message in the chat, but I'm gonna wait till it straightens out. I technically have a Assetto Corsa. It is not currently installed on this PC. I haven't touched it in a while. So unfortunately, not today. I might do something with Assetto Corsa once I have it installed again and stuff. Today I'm just kind of taking a trip down memory lane with Horizon games. Specifically 5. You know, I don't have time to install the older ones I own. I do like Assetto Corsa though. I like that you can mod it. Oh, I totally lost grip there. Okay. No problem. YouTube. Oh man, I can't believe I... Love the corner. Come on, I can catch him again. I can catch him again. I can catch him again. Come on, F40C. No, a status car, you're a race car. Don't let an Instagram car beat you. Come on, baby. Come on. Oh, this corner's not gonna be fun. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Oh, don't. Oh, don't crush this. Don't crush this. Don't crush this. Come on. I'm not gonna catch him. Wait, hold on. I'm not gonna catch him. Alright. Alright, let's try again. Come on, we got this. We so got this time. Oh man, I forgot how just overpowered the running start is. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I actually remember this corner this time. Okay. I will admit it is a little hard to commentate when I'm in this much of a competitive spirit all of a sudden. I'm using, like, the entire low capacity of my brain right now to concentrate on lines, breaking points. Don't like that I keep accidentally popping into the microphone. I forgot how smooth this car is, though. Genuinely addicting to drive this car. I always think I can replace it with something faster, and then it just doesn't happen. Whew. Skipped on that curve. It definitely put me in a bad spot there for a moment. Oh, come on. Ooh, I think I'm getting some tire wear now. Alright, get back to it at 11,000. Just a moment. Sweep through here. Okay, totally understeered there, and he's catching up to me. Come on, yeah. Don't smack into a pole. Thank you. Okay. Actually kind of relax for a moment here. Pretty easy section of the course. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, but it's my right hand that has to hold the trigger for the accelerator, and my coffee's sitting on the right side. Okay. That's a bad line, but I seem to have kind of recovered. Maybe not all the way. Do-do-do. Woo! Definitely a bit rusty. Keep making some very harrowing mistakes. See, if I was to become a competitive driver in real life, I would want to do rally. First of all, it's what I could realistically afford, but even if it was just like I could kind of pick any motorsport, I've always just had a fondness for rally. Especially like the lower classes. Again, I love me some cheap cars on real roads, just duking it out. It's just glorious. It's motorsport in the purest form. Oh man, that was a bad time to look at something that wasn't screen. Okay. Here's the thing. In this game, I am the worst distracted driver. I don't know why. Am I just that overconfident? I can catch him. I can catch him. I am not concerned. I can catch him. Ooh, that was a bad shift. Because this is where I caught up to him in the last run. I think my car's just better at high-speed cornering. There we go. See? See? We catching him. We catching him. Oh, we are hauling ass right now, though. Eat that ghost. Oh, that was a terrible line. Just give me a moment. That sucked. Come on. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. That was the most upsetting mistake I've made in a very, very, very long time. Sure ate my words there. It's fine. Clean start, new tires. Stretching my hands. We got this. We got this. Ugh. Shouldn't do that when I have a headset on. Okay. Like the last run never even happened. Do-do-do-do-do. Look through here. Cut that. Cut here. Hold wide. Do the hill climb. Slow down here. Cross over here. Start accelerating again. Don't snap oversteer here. Okay. Alright, see, we're calm now. Just a nice day for a drive. Enjoy the scenery, but not so much. We lose focus. Hold the hairpin, please. Thank you. Could have done that a little bit cleaner, but it's fine. Doing pretty okay right now. Not perfect, but pretty okay. Everything is fine. Still fine, even though I may have committed some property damage right there. Don't you dare pass me, stupid ghost. Ooh! Man, I always forget that this car has some razor-thin tolerances on it. You get off your rhythm for one corner, you'll be off that rhythm for like 3 more. But if you get everything right, very satisfying car. Ooh, that was bad. Okay. Okay. We're fine. Fine. Still fine. Catching up to him. What is with this understeering? Went too fast through there. How mentally exhausting it is to be competitive on the Goliath. Just how much stuff your eyes have to look at. Okay. Alright. Ooh, went wide. Rip. Thank you. I still think the lower class cars are overall more fun. Like, this is more fun within, like, a couple of minutes than, you know, especially on, like, a Goliath run like this. Oh, man. My brain is hot right now. I successfully scratched my nose during all those corners. My brain is just tired, but I can still focus just enough to hold a line. Not perfectly, but enough. Okay, now that we're entering this section again, here's the plan. Don't do what I did last time. Everything else is somewhat okay. I almost did what I did last time right there. Actually, no, it's right here. Okay, okay. Catching him. We're catching him. Come on, F40. Race car versus Instagram car. Difference is visible. Alright. Here's a very important section that there's a couple things I gotta get perfectly right in order for it to work. This is pretty much a full throttle section. However, the way it ends is a somewhat blind corner. And it's gotta be done all by memory. It's right here. Come on, and here, and I did the section. Boom, alright. That is just the couple corners that concern me the most every run. Just because that first section, that first corner I have to do by memory, not by sight. And then from there, that determines if I can even do the other two corners properly or not. But, not to get too far ahead of myself, but I should post a new time. Not a world record, but should get me up a couple spots. The amount of times that corner has gotten me in the past. Okay, alright. What is the new time? Ugh. Just take a moment. Rest. That's actually a satisfying looking number. 11 minutes, 15 seconds, and point 515. All ones and fives. I'm okay with that for now. Love to do another lap immediately, but I already know I'm gonna flub it probably, so let's just take a pause, do something else. Collect reward, por favor, please. All that for a Volvo, baby. Alright, Ryan Panton, one day, not today, I'm coming for you. Oh, alright. Put this puppy back in the garage. By the way, this is what it visually looks like. I haven't done anything visually to it. This has been a purely work car. It feels so weird to drift this car. Ugh. To relax, we're gonna get back into the Achiroku. We're gonna do some very basic drifting. Where's my cursor? Thank you.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
See, here's the key to having fun in a racing game. After you do something so mentally taxing as trying to be competitive on the Goliath, you have to do something silly for a bit, you know, something just fun. Not competitive, just fun. And that is why I have an 8.6 in this game. This car is the only reason why I spent so long grinding to make sure I could unlock this car when it was possible. Is just because, oh no, I wanted a meme car. Something to relax.
Take the third exit.
There's a couple things I'm disappointed in with Horizon 5 compared to previous Horizon games. One of them is there's no Abarth in this game. I wanted a 126 Spider, like, you know, the classic one, but oops. Guess I'm going around.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route.
Anyway, as I was saying, the car selection in this game is missing a couple of key ones, I think. I think it was ridiculous to put most of the Toyotas behind, like, a lock. I get that was mostly Toyota itself's fault. But I can still complain about it because Toyota has mostly reversed that decision. And yet, Forza was still like, nah, we're still gonna keep on exclusive. What I find funny is, historically in Forza Horizon games, every time they announce the next one, people always think, oh, the next one's gonna be set in Japan. They say that every time. If they do a Forza Horizon set in Japan, that's when I'll know they've run out of ideas. Because let's be real here. Alright. You know, they've done a few in the US, then they did one in Australia, and then they did one in the UK, and now they've done one in Mexico. And so you get the situation where everyone keeps saying, oh, the next one's gonna be in Japan, next one's gonna be in Japan. You know, if they ever actually do one in Japan, that's gonna be the end. Because, yeah, they'll still make games, but everyone's always gonna be like, oh, well, the one that was in Japan was better. Because here's the thing, if they do one in Japan, they're probably gonna do, because they like to be cheeky with the references and stuff. I can see them doing, like a lot of Initial D stuff and a lot of Wing and Midnight stuff. Guess what? That's gonna be. I need to. Alright, I'm switching back to first person. That's gonna make it. That's gonna be most players' favorite thing. So people will always go back to that one. They won't want to buy future ones. So no, I do not think they would actually do a Japan one. Although inevitably they will, but it's just a bad decision. I'm so tired I don't even care that I'm just all over the place right now. Uphill, then downhill, baby. I am genuinely upset they didn't do a downhill sprint race for the mountain. I mean, they did on the dirt side, but, you know, on the asphalt side. Total missed opportunity. You know, I was doing really well too. Too bad. I'm still going to the top though. Then I'll come right back down. I'll do better that time. Finally, the Goliath exhausted my brain. I'm just trying to cool it off a little bit. A little bit of fun. A little bit of Conste Drifto. Although this is not an inertia drift. That was a bad shift. Oops. I'm just gonna try to drift zone again, so I'm just gonna cross the line up here, then I'll restart. Do the downhill. What is it? Hold on. I get this feeling, yep, the drift zone probably ends somewhere up here. What's that was? Although I don't think they can have two zones stacked on top of each other. I'm just gonna go and turn around here. Because I don't see the banners for the drift zone. Alright, let's do this. Let's be honest, you're not winning a speed zone in A86 anyway, especially not one tuned only to A class. Alright, let's do this, let's do this, let's do this! Entryway should... Alright, it's right up ahead. Man, I really did overshoot it. Okay. Oh, I've already overcooked one. Let's go! 360! Sorry I'm not commentating a whole lot right now, but I am out of concentration, so to speak, for the time being. In like a minute or so I'll be probably mentally awake again. We'll see how I feel when I get to the bottom of the mountain. I think I'd gotten my drift high score on this zone with my GR86 or GT86, whatever the new one's designation is that isn't the BRZ. I had set up for drifting because I got stuck in some multiplayer competition and I don't know, I just needed an A-class drift car, and so I just had to build one within like 2 minutes, basically. The car kind of sucked, and so it was after the event I retuned it again, so it'd be, you know, like an actual usable piece of hardware. Yes, nothing like spinning out right at the end. Alright, let's do a little bit of a thing. I see someone coming up the mountain. Except it looks like they just stopped. He's running away from me. I'm not letting that happen. Come here, Firestorm. I am not done with you. Oh, they took a shortcut. Joke's on you, I don't need one of those. Overcooked that. Looks like a Ford Bronco. That tree's not breakable, apparently. And he's gone. Ah, that's what happened. I can catch up to him again. I don't know why I'm chasing him. Just seems fun. Looks like he's only level 15, so he's relatively new to the game. I can catch up to him. So catch up to him, it's just an Audi. Because, let's be honest, okay, it's probably an S1 tuned Audi, maybe S2, but if it's S2, it's going to be bottom end S2, and it's going to be a pain in the butt to control. Not that this likes to make life easy anyway. Yeah. Ooh, ramp. Don't mind if I do.
Please tell me you're 3-starring every danger sign. Please, 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 please.
Yeah, no. Well, I'm still tired, so I think I'm probably gonna call it here. This was just kind of messing around, living the old days a little bit. If you did kind of like hanging out, feel free to subscribe. In a couple weeks, things are gonna get a little more serious around here as far as like schedules go. I'll have like a more regimented one that kind of actually predict when I'll be online and stuff. So for the time being, in particular, it might be helpful to have the bell pressed. I have another writing commentary coming up real soon. It is actually going to involve a little bit of Initial D, and by a little bit of Initial D, the first half is dedicated to Initial D. So if you like the car I'm driving right now, it is vaguely mentioned at one point in that video. So until then, I will hopefully see you all there.